Okay. And I'm back. Court reporter Randy. Thank you very much, Pammy B. Let me pin that. Yeah, I had an audience a while ago now. No, I don't know how long it took for my internet to come back on. I know they were having problems with it yesterday, uptown a little bit. I made it back. Hey, Cheyenne, good to see you. Yep. Hello again, Alicia. Yes, give me all the likes for my self esteem. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. With it, okay, the crowns with a one, that means at that point you're like the top commenter. Hey, Tammy McD, long time no see. And that rhymed. I don't know. I got sleepy for some reason, but maybe it'll wear off. I'm sure it'll wear off. Welcome back. Hey, Linda Newton. Thank you for coming back. Lenny's, I'm glad you're here. Tennessee Road, thank you. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by my. Well, I don't want to call it bad internet. I always drink coffee at this time, either that or a siesta. I should have. Yeah, I thought about taking a siesta, and I laid there. Hey, moderator, where have you been? And are we gonna meet up? Hey, Teresa. Hey, Mickey. Lisa L. Irene, how are you? Good to see you. Are you gonna be there, Irene? Linda Newton 71. Always an overachiever. I know she works hard at it too. Well, I guess you have to. Tennessee roads, take me home. I think country roads, country roads. Hey, more than enough. You gotta work. We gotta catch up knitting. That's what we gotta do. I'm behind on all my catch ups. Y'all hear that thunder? We're about to get a storm. Watch my internet go back out. It shouldn't though, according to the internet people. I'm here. I just watch quietly. Yeah, email me. Hey, Stadius. Do you know Stadius? I started to text y'all the other day. He struck me after all this time. Got one of my videos taken down. Yesterday morning, the storm woke me up. It was so loud. It was like straight up and down 5 o'clock. Boom. I know. I mean, it wasn't a strike. It was just a removal. So I didn't really get a strike, but he tried to strike. Freaking jabroni bitch. My daughter is in an Airbnb 4 houses away from Brian Kohlberger's house in the Poconos. Oh, wow. Wow. Yep, we're back, Jolie. Shamat. I don't know if he needs, I think, so I looked at his channel And it looks to me like he's trying to scrub some of the past from the internet. Oh, I understand, Irene. Oh, I understand. I do. Um, and I think that they're trying to clear the internet of. I don't know why. I mean, I know he's not going to get a job. I know it's not for job purposes. So I don't know why, but anyway, here we are. Or maybe they want my attention, but they're not getting it. Oh, he's rebranding again. What? I, from the looks of it, I went and looked on the Reddit, and I don't think they're doing a very good job of rebranding. But clearing the internet of Merb videos. I won't. Saw something on a Reddit notification. Oh, see, I don't have notification for that. Um. Anyway, so here's what happened. Allegedly, Merbita has struck people. Well, I know for a fact that she's false copyright. It's gave me a false copyright strike. I know that for sure because I won it. But sometimes they never change status. So I wish Ava would ignore him, but I understand once you get caught up in it, it's hard. It's hard. Oh, you remember needing? I used to stream about him a lot. Healthy Family Force. I mean, she anyway, so I would fight the strike and win. I won a few. Some of them they didn't go through because they caught them right as she was doing it. They're like, "No, we're not doing that." Um, one time I was in the middle of a live stream, and she tried to strike me, like freaking weirdo. Um, yeah, Ickard employee, or we could say Itchard. Yeah. So although we had another person on this platform that took up a lot of money to sue Merb for the same thing, and she never did. She got a lot of money to do it though. We won't say any names. And Held to the No went through with it because she has been struck several times, and every video that Merb hit was fair use. Hey, Emerald Girl, I miss you. Ick is right, yes. So, Held to the No, along with help, allegedly innocent, went through with the lawsuit, and we are finally down to the final countdown of days of an actual jury trial for this, y'all. I literally need to write a book. A jury trial. That's how far now Merb is, crying bully, because the reason that this is a jury trial is because she refused to settle. She refused to communicate. Her and her attorney absolutely refused to even listen or hit a date on time when something was due. They waited to the last second or was late. Absolutely, I do think that's Sandy Law. And I have to say that, the other day, Merv put out this community post, and they've called my attorney names like a chihuahua. Hey, CK. Merv, you started that when you called him a pit bull. What's the difference? What's the difference in calling him one breed of dog? Because that's what you called him. You called him a pit bull. That's a breed of dog. To someone calling someone a chihuahua, that is a breed of dog. That's no difference. It's none. Yes, Mickey. And I have to say that the very nerve of you to bring up that lady's suicide when you had zero information about it. You knew nothing of what happened. You're not the only one who's done it. Um, but was it a night or two before that? You were mocking suicide. So let that sink in, Merb. No, she zero empathy. She's not. She can't have empathy. There's no. But she can't. Like she's incapable of having empathy. You can tell by the way she. Hey, Enchanted, false copyright strike is against YouTube's terms of service. I don't. I don't know. I don't. Enchanted. I don't know. I don't want to wish anyone to lose their channel, even though she tried to make me lose mine. I don't want anyone to lose a home. I don't want to. But remember, when she sent the cops here, she didn't care. And then she threatened to get the body cam footage. Why? Why, Merb? You knew they came here. You sent them here. Same, allegedly innocent. But Merb, there has to come a time when you sit back and you have to say, maybe. Thank you so much, Shamat. Um, maybe it's not everyone else. And I know that you've been told this before. I agree, Stadius. I believe in, I wear a ring that reminds me. It's called a karma ring. What goes around comes around. And I try not to put anything out in the world that I don't want to happen to me. That's just so whatever happens, that's Merb, that's on you. That is on you. And I think that we're about to see what happens when what's we're in the find out phase of fucking around. And that's always a good phase. Because at the last minute, court papers were brought in where her and her attorney were basically trying to get it moved. I'm on Florida Gray Ladies because I'm gonna pull up her I thought she had posted this paperwork. If not, I can. Hmm. You hear me scrolling. You see me scrolling. Can't believe how close to the day we are. And I guess she took the paperwork, unless I'm just not seeing it. But that's okay. I have it. But see what happens when you think you're never above the rules. Put on YouTube as a true crime topic. Well, no, I am because it is a true crime topic, and that's why I'm going. Okay, Nitty. Thank you. Thank you. That's the one I wanted. Wait, that's not the one I wanted. That is. It is. Don't get me wrong. Foodie wife life. Off topic. Long time no see. Hmm. Hold on. Let me check something. Oh. You sent me more than I see. I see. Flirpy do. Me too, Sarah. I'm excited about it. Maybe you could get first interview with Merb. What I mean, yeah. That's what I'm hoping. So, surely she could give me an interview, right? Let's see if I can save this. Save. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to meet people too. I'm okay. So foodie wife life. Um, my grandbabies, I have 3 of them now. My crazy life, hey, and they are all perfect. They're growing up too fast. Thank you for asking. Sorry it took me so long. I was trying to get something to load. Thank you, Sarah. Held to the note is the sole plaintiff. Yes. Yes. That's the one that used to work with you at the restaurant. Does she has 2. She has 2 in Foodie Wop Wop. Can you believe that? Life goes by so quickly. Okay, let me send this to here so I can share it. Okay. She's gonna make the best. She's a great mom. She is an absolute great mom. She is. She's doing the next. Oh, on a stretch with Ivy back. Well, yeah. Somebody yesterday, someone said, I just wonder if she's gonna pull something. And my guess is, she's gonna try to pull something, but it usually don't work like that. I'm trying to log into my Discord. That's how long it's been. Sheesh. Come on. Yeah, that's it right there. Wait, are you human? I am. My computer is being so slow. It may be time to I don't know. I think they do something to computers where you have to get a new one. And I'm sorry I can't see chat right now, y'all. This is why I wish I was on my Mac because I can use my thumb for all this. Come on, I really need in my Discord. Let's see here. It may have worked. Go fund me a laptop for Randy. No, I don't know if it may not even be the computer. It's just, I mean, it could be, but new tab. I think this one is really, really good, and that is absolutely the one. It seemed like, sorry it's taking me so long. You go down the community post. Oh, I got it now. I got it. Hey, 50 Shades. Yeah, I am hiding behind the camera today, honey. All week I've had to dress up and do my makeup, do my hair. So today I was like, nah, I'm still in my pajamas. I've worn them all day. So let's get to this. Okay, y'all, because up here, excuse me, alone. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, allegedly innocent. I appreciate that. I won't be able to see chat while I read these out. Okay, so here we go. This was Dear Judge, and I'm going to mispronounce a lot, okay? I'm going to say Karas. Probably saying it wrong. It's whatever. The defendant, Carolyn, and her counsel, Mark Matry, Esquire, are not in violation. Okay, and so this is from, I believe, if I'm not wrong, isn't this from Merb's attorney? Yes. This is from Merb's attorney to the judge. So remember that. Merb's attorney to the judge. Like that. Okay, so let's get back on it. Let's see. Okay, they are not in violation of orders, and therefore cannot be in contempt. So this is where, okay. Of course, Heather's lawyer wanted them to be in contempt because they're behind on everything. They never do anything on time, and it's just, and they've strung this out so till it's just, like I said, a jury trial, a damn jury trial. Merb, if you can make that make sense, I don't even. Let me see if I can pull up my chat on my phone. Okay. And I'm sure I'm going to get some stuff wrong. Anyway, so is entitled to, okay, where was I? Where was I? Cannot be in contempt. Furthermore, Miss whatever her last name is, I can't pronounce, Carvino, she says it all the time, is entitled to a dismissal of plaintiff's claim for failure to allege the actual knowledge element of 17 blah blah blah. That issue is ripe for a decision that would negate the need for trial entirely. So he doesn't want a trial. He wants to negate the trial, forget the trial, let's not even do it. Forget about it. Let's pretend this never happened. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. We'll see. Pursuant to the recent May 5th scheduling order, Ms. Carvanos, whatever her name is, had until May 27th, Memorial Day observance, to move for judgment on the pleadings and until June 23rd to file proposed voir dire questions, jury instructions, and verdict forms. In compliance, Carolyn filed a motion for judgment in the pleadings on May 27th and her proposed voir dire questions, jury directions, and verdict. Blah, blah, blah. On February 18th, 2025, before this matter had been set for trial, plaintiff filed proposed jury instructions containing 21 different charges. Okay. In good faith, Mr. Matry spent hours reviewing the 21 proposed jury instructions in preparation for a conference call with plaintiff's counsel, Mr. Phillips. During that conference, Mr. Matry stipulated to preliminary instructions 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and requests to charge something. However, when claim-specific instructions were discussed, specifically preliminary instruction and request to charge, I don't know what this means, 7 and 8, Mr. Phillips grew belligerent and started interrupting Mr. Matry to avoid consideration of the objections and proposed changes thereto. The 20th conference ended, June 20th conference ended with Mr. Matry agreeing to supply the proposed changes to instructions. Hey, Perplex CPS, thank you so much. Proposed changes to instructions 2 and 7 via email. On June 21st, Mr. Matry emailed the proposed changes to instructions to Mr. Phillips. Those changes were not received by Mr. Phillips, despite ample opportunity in an effort to avoid admitting the defendant's version more accurately and completely state the law when applied to plaintiff's claim. Okay, so there are no grounds for contempt or sanction against Carolyn. Instead, Carolyn and Mr. Matry call on the court to sanction the plaintiff for the attorney fees incurred by responding to this obviously baseless filing. I don't know, filing. What? Speaking of gonna owe attorney fees, say what? Great word, Sarah. And so, I don't know. Most importantly, there cannot be a trial on July 7th. Get this. Because plaintiff's complaint fatally? Fatally? What? It says fatally. Fails to allege the actual knowledge element of the claim of violation. So, again, can't be a trial. Forget about it, please. Please, please, please. And then it lists off all this stuff. Carolyn raised a failure to state a cause of action defense in compliance with your Honor's motion's deadline of May 27th, extended by operation of law in observance with the Memorial Day legal holiday. In other words, we did wait to the last minute, but it was a holiday. We had a cookout, the whole family came over, and then we filed. Okay, that's really what happened. So say you all. Hey, Freeside, and hey, everybody I'm missing. So, due to resulting prejudice, it would be an abuse of discretion for this court to force Carolyn, to defend a trial when the plaintiff has not stated a single valid cause of action. Plaintiff's glaring pleading defect cannot be blamed on anyone else and demands dismissal or amendment. This concern was brought to the court's attention on multiple occasions by Carolyn since April 23rd, and Carolyn renews her demand. You heard it right, for a decision on her motion for judgment on the pleadings prior to trial in the name of substantial justice on the merits. I appreciate the court's consideration of this response and am available at the court's convenience to discuss the matter further. What happens, you ask, when you demand? Let's find out. The judge responds with, now, this is not just anybody. This is the judge. The judge says, and it's hard to read this, the court is as surprised as it is perplexed. Us too, Mr. Phillips. Us too. Oh. Oh. By the rule, the motion, and this letter, the court already indicated in the pre-motion letters back in May that any rule motion would be ultimately as discovery was complete and the parties already had submitted their final pretrial order. Remember, he wanted to do another discovery, and he's like, no, you don't. You were supposed to do that months ago. And they're like, yeah, but we didn't want to do it then because we thought we had a leg to stand on, and now we're sitting here only using crutches. So anyway, the court set a trial date the next day. Undaunted, undoubted, it's hard for me to say. Defendant not only ignored, now this is from the judge. The defendant not only ignored the court's ruling, but waited 3 more weeks to file the motion the court said was already untimely. So it was already said that it was untimely. But good old defendant there, and let's not forget, that's Merb. She's the defendant. Waited 3 more weeks. Therefore, the motion is denied with prejudice. The clerk is respectfully requested to terminate the motion. Trial will proceed as scheduled. Bam. That was me banging the gavel. Y'all can find the gavels. Go ahead and bang them. Because that's what happened. He banged the gavel. He's sick of y'all. Why are y'all too dumb to see this? Because you would think it ended here. Au contraire, mon frere. It did not end there. They did not stop. They kept filing stuff. There's more. But, and that's really basically all I have to say about it. It's a lot of but. She had to go and pretend to be Alec Murdoch's wife. Yeah, somebody send me a gavel. Bam. Right. It was too ticky-tacky. That's the word that he should have used. Your lawyer should have used that word again, Merb, and maybe good things would have happened if he had whooped out the ticky-tacky. Remember that day? That was a fun day. That was a really fun day. This too ticky-tacky. Can't do it. Exactly, Enchanted. Exactly. You know what they say about playing stupid games. The person that takes them to court gets a hell of a lot of money. Thank you, Sarah. I thought it was a great read. I don't even think I have to read the rest. I think the judge basically said, I wish I was the jury in this case. That's what I heard when I read that. The judge is saying to her, yeah, but wait, there's more. That's true. There is more because they didn't stop there. You are absolutely allowed to have your opinion. Absolutely. Hold on, let me get the rest. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I am going to get mixed up because Wendy is, she's the one that she's kept up with a lot of this, and then there's just me. Um, let's see, was this the next day? Because let me go through my pictures. It's all on your birthday, our Brian. Well, can't get better than that. Let's see. Hold on. I do believe. Huh. Save this. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll see the response that was given because the lawyer, I mean, I apologize, the attorney. No, I can't talk. The judge slammed the gavel. And you would have thought, hey, Diamond Cutter, good to see you. Canning V8 juice. Oh, I miss canning. So instead of stopping there, like I said, and look, I think I'm right when I say this was the response immediately sent. Are you talking about Mommy Ramblings? Yes. Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing to run her off because nobody tells her what to do. You don't believe me? Just ask her. So, um, I'm going to have to make that bigger. I cannot see it. It's already blurry too, but I had to take a screenshot because I couldn't save it. Okay. I believe this was the response. The defendant, Carolyn, and her counsel, I can't see it, are not in violation of orders, therefore cannot be in contempt. Wait, am I on the wrong one? I am. Hold on. Here is what Merb's attorney wrote back. Okay. This letter motion for conference is in response to the court's memo. I'm trying to read it. endorsed, maybe I can't say because it's blurry. Order issued today on April 23rd. On the record here. Okay, now remember, y'all, the judge immediately writes back, it will go on. I'm surprised and frankly perplexed that y'all would even have the nerve to send a letter like this. What are y'all doing? Y'all should be preparing for court, but instead you're trying to come up with crap to blah blah blah. Basically is what I'm going to okay. The letter motion for conference is in response to the court's memo endorsed order issued today. On April 23rd, 2025, on the record, Your Honor expressly stated that defendant Merb could raise her failure to state a cause of action defense via a 12C motion for judgment on the pleadings and allow until May 26th to do so. At that time, the case had not been given a trial date yet. Just imagine stopping his foot. This case has never been at its eve. Since being permitted to file the May 26th, the defendant undertook to draft and file the motion for judgment on the pleadings. CEFC. I'm saying that wrong. Plaintiff's counsel drafted and filed briefs, opposition thereto, not threats, thereto on June 18th, 2025. See ECF 67. There was no need to delay the trial to evaluate a routine motion for judgment on the pleadings. It is unjust that the defendant has been embroiled in this lawsuit upon a facially defective complaint for 2 years. It is even more unjust that Merb cannot get equal treatment and have a simple motion heard that will undoubtedly prove her position correct. The defendant, Merb, requests a conference as soon as practicable. I think it's supposed to say as soon as possible so that these issues may be reconciled. Thank you, Merb's lawyer. Did not hurt your feelings. Did not hurt your feelings. Remember when he said that? I do. I remember. Yes, please hit that thumbs up. So after, hi Monique, after the judge says, no, 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 he comes back with, this is unjust, absolutely unjust that she has been caught up in this lawsuit for 2 years. And you know what? I don't know what the judge thought, but I know what I thought when I read that. Merb, you know why you've been caught up in this for 2 years? Because you wanted to be caught up in this for 2 years. You did. You're the one who kept filing and ignoring and filing and ignoring and bringing up ticky-tacky and just stupid shit instead of doing the easiest thing in the world, which if you'll remember and you'll go back 2 years ago to when old Randall said, if you've got a brain in your head, you will settle this now. I'm getting stuff in my email, but it's so hard for me to say it. What's today's date? As of today, thank you, Wendy L. I got it. As of today, y'all, her attorney is still trying. What's happening here? Wait, what's happening? Y'all know I'm missing chat because I'm having to read. Love, we need love. Please, y'all. Pink. Everybody just get along. You hear me? Just get along, please. Wait for it. Thank you, Jackie Burns. Just wait for it. Just letting me know they think that they've been here longer than you. Oh no, 50 Shades is from. Is Scooter gonna be there? I don't know. That's a good question. 50 Shades has been here for a long time. I mean, well, from when I got here. Let's see if I can save. How do I do this? Screenshot it. I won't be able to read it. Y'all have to stick around for this because the judge responded. The judge responded. So I demand. No, I don't demand anything, but I'm asking y'all stay. Because they, like I said, as of today, they're still filing papers. I mean, I can't say without certain, that I wouldn't still be filing papers and proceeding to beg because I wouldn't want to go to court either. I would not want to go to court. But that's the difference is I wouldn't be going to court, Merb, because look, my ego is just not there. It's just not. When I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. And when you cannot admit that you're wrong, me too, pussycat. But see, settling now is off the table. It can't happen now. It's too little too late for that. Hey, Wee Ted's mom, thank you. Pink, you got a membership. Be careful driving. So, it's I don't even know. Herb said Scooter and Sandy are going. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they're going. I don't know. I know that Hell to the No is going to have support. I'm not saying that Merb doesn't deserve to have friends there. I'm just, if there's any tactics going on, that will be handled way before time. Let me just throw that out there. And I won't say what I mean, but I think y'all can pick up what I'm putting down. No tactics. You should not use people for your benefit, Merb. That is just let me tell you that. You should never use anyone for your benefit. You're packing today? I should be packing today too, Jackie Burns. But I'm not yet. And I do, by the way, have the PayPal pool running in under Nightbot and all that good stuff too. If you have any extra and want to help, that'd be absolutely great. because, it costs a lot. Let me open all these. Yep, that's page 2. Oh, Merb. If I was you, I would just tell. I don't know. I'd tell him to stop. Tell him. Well, this is going to be it. I think this is the um last final attempt. Um, I've heard that she told her to drag it out. Merb pulling a bullhorn, Betty 2.0. Absolutely. Yeah, I've heard that. I hope it's not true because, you thought you were caught. That's the thing is you always knew you were going to have to pay back the attorney fees and you only costed yourself money. And I don't understand that. I just don't. It's in New York. All right. So let me present. Three, three. Hopefully I can see this. It's fuzzy, and I'm sure it's fuzzy for y'all too. And I'm sorry about that. I had to do a screenshot. Okay, the final plea. Again, y'all, I won't be able to see chat. The final plea for hearing and decision on defendant's motion for judgment on the pleadings, the motion, is zealously made pursuant to rule. I'm going to take my glasses off. I'm reading from my phone. Rule 12, in hopes of preventing an unreasonable, arbitrary, and disproportionately prejudicial decision imposing oh, wow, you're going at the freaking judge. The ultimate sanction of stripping exculpatory defenses from Miss Merb and exposing her to otherwise unjustified liability without resulting prejudice to plaintiff. Further good cause for decision on the motion prior to trial lies in the obvious broader implications of relaxing the pleading threshold to successfully state 512 claims. Simply put, just allowing trial to commence on the actual allegations supporting plaintiff's claim will subvert Congress's legislative intent that they're trying to still get out of going to trial, that only a subjective good faith belief standard be imposed on copyright holders. Are you kidding me? There is copyright, and that's why there is a fair use law. And you should have looked it up. That copyright holders could only be liable upon substantial evidence of some actual knowledge of misrepresentation or bad faith on the part of the copyright holder. And he's listing some people, like Motion Pictures of America, blah, blah, blah. The Universal Music Corporation. Are you... Okay, so, quote, the defense of failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted may be made in any pleading permitted, or by motion for judgment on the pleadings, or at the trial on the merits. Under the rules, motions for judgment on the pleadings are appropriate after the pleading is closed, but early enough so as not to delay trial. Respectfully, the court is too cavalier with its discretion, paying lip service to the quote unquote supposed defects identified by the motion, but declining review in favor of trial. Now, who did that? That's projection. It is well established that to state a 512 claim, plaintiff must allege a material misrepresentation in a takedown notice that led to a takedown. Number two, that the takedown notice was submitted with knowledge of falsity and subjected bad faith. Exactly, that's what she did. As a matter of law, allegations that Merb did not consider whether any of plaintiff's allegedly infringing conduct was subject to fair use doctrine, sound in negligence, and cannot satisfy the actual knowledge and bad faith elements of this claim. So that's one. Okay. So now all of a sudden, he does not want to go to trial because I think, okay, he knows he's going to lose. But, he's saying, how can you let this go to trial? We're taking her word for it. How can we take the plaintiff's word for it? Yes. Thanks, Jackie Burns says, thanks everyone for your support for Heather and myself. Please pray for us as we go into the lion's den. Absolutely. Jackie, you got all the prayers. You and Heather got all the prayers. So let's see. Oh, what I could do is I could read all this, but I'm not. Because there's a bunch of more, please don't do this. Let's not do this. You're violating this. You're just doing all this stuff that you shouldn't do, when we should just be able to sit at home, and she should be able to keep striking channels, and she should be able to take down channels and say whatever she wants, and everything that she could think of, and not get in any trouble. But the judge responds with, and let me read, denied. Mr. Maitre continues to ignore the plain language of Rule 12C. Welcome to being a bad friend, Evie. The motion is untimely, and Mr. Maitre again fails to explain why he did not file the motion he claims is unquestionably meritorious, for over 18 months after the complaint was filed in this case. Oh, I just got something else. Okay. The trial will go forward as scheduled. Mr. Maitre will be able to file additional motions at the close of plaintiff's case. But I also have something else. Okay. I have something else. Did I just read that? Let me make sure. No, I didn't. Okay. This just in. The court will not hold Mr. Maitre in contempt for his refusal to cooperate with plaintiff's counsel in preparing the materials in advance of trial. However, the court is deeply troubled. This is from the judge, y'all. However, the court is deeply troubled by other aspects of Mr. Maitre's conduct in this case. For example, Mr. Maitre claims that his Rule 12C motion was timely filed based on May 5th, 2025 scheduling order. That is false. This is the judge, y'all. Okay? The scheduling order called for the filing of motions in limine. There were no deadlines set for any Rule 12C motion. In fact, the summary judgment motion and until after the parties had already filed their joint pretrial order to file this motion. Thus, contrary to Mr. Metri's assertion herein, it would not be an abuse of discretion to go forward with the trial without granting the untimely motion. Indeed, if it is such an outrage that the trial proceed, even with the supposed defect in plaintiff's complaint, then counsel should have filed this Rule 12C motion sometime between November 2023 and when the complaint was filed. Enough is enough. The case is going to trial as scheduled, and while contempt is not yet appropriate, the court advises Mr. Matry that his refusal to cooperate in the voir dire and request to charge will result in his waiving any objections to those documents. Woo! Hey, Gathering Place, so good to see you. Holy moly, my mouth is dry. Did y'all hear that? Damn, it's right. Oh, man. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all this too. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up and show it to y'all. This is big. This is big. This is how, Merb, you're treating this judge. Thank you so much, Evie. Y'all got me over here shaking. Can you imagine the most important people at the trial is the jury, and they can't object to anything? And it's not because it's because y'all acted like jabronis. Y'all acted like idiots. It's because you don't know how to act. That's why. It's not because of anything. Who pissed off the judge? Her, Merb, and her attorney pissed off the judge. Who in the world do you not want to piss off in a case? The dadgum judge. Why in the world would you piss off the judge when I'll tell you what, you should have stopped a long time ago. But you definitely should have stopped about 3 rulings ago, for sure. Like this is, let me share this. I'm pretty sure that, I don't know for sure, but Florida Gray will, let me make this smaller, probably share this on her community page. But if she doesn't, make sure that you screenshot this. Let me make it big, as big as I can. You can tell me what's actually happened. What the lawsuit is about: Merb falsely striking channels. And people are sick of it. They're sick of getting struck for no reason. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it by anybody that does it. I think it's a stupid thing. It goes on all the time. But allegedly, I want to be careful. Merb does it she has said, and there could be proof. Pretty sure there's proof. Proof is going to come out that she said she does it because when you strike someone, you get their information. You get their name, their address. You have to put all that stuff down, phone number. Knitting, I'm thinking that it's when it gets to be contempt is if he is so dumb that he responds to this. I'd say if he responds to this, he's going to be held in contempt. And so when the final countdown got here, they panic and have tried and tried to have this not go to trial. I could have a little respect for Merb if at the start she had said I messed up and I'm sorry, I was wrong, and humbled herself and and settled. Terry, me too. Well, I I don't know if I would have respect, but I would have something. I would have probably a feeling of, oh no, for anybody in a bad situation, I get that uh-oh for them. And thank you so much. Um, Lying to her community, denying that they're trying to delay. Right. And look, we have shown the people that go in her chat repeatedly how she has put this off. She has ran this bill up, not for herself, because y'all are, let me tell you, she's not paying her nephew. Do you think that her family is going to take money from family, especially over a lawsuit like this? They're not. And look, I'm not talking bad about her nephew, but he's the kind of person that has his, you know, been in a wreck, call me. Not a copyright lawyer. Heather's lawyer is a copyright lawyer. That's what he does. Yes, Linda Newton. Yes. Like, just this week, I'm sitting here at the house, haven't looked over at that channel in forever. And you're just sitting there and all of a sudden you get a strike out of nowhere because that's what people like that do. They're unsettled in their life and they're unsettled. If you're unsettled all the time, you're not going to be settled when you're on the internet. Yes, constantly saying that her content was stolen. My content was stolen. Absolutely not. It's fair use. And sometimes as we know, YouTube messes up and they will take down a video. They will give you a strike because they use the computer system and they don't do it right. That's why sometimes you win. And it's about time that somebody, and thank God for people like Heather and Jackie, who finally said enough is enough. Just like the judge says right here in this, enough is enough. Right. It got put back up. All of that is going to be told to the jury that you wanted, Merb. You wanted this. Remember? Take me to, I'll see you all in court. Do you remember those words? I remember them. I'll see y'all in court. I can't say that I talk to Heather a lot because I don't, but I have talked to her and I know that she's exhausted with this, exhausted. So I can only imagine that Jackie is too. What you've put them through, Merb, because of narcissistic behavior is disgusting. Private one, I agree. I believe that if she was paying her nephew, it would be a lot more urgent and there would be a lot less filings here at the end. Okay, Evie, thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you. She had a chance to settle a very fair settlement. Yep. Yep. And that is something that her people will find out after this is over, and they're going to be shocked. And all I could think about the other day with her community post was, when you've got the truth on your side, you can't lose, and this and that. And that's right, Merb. When you have the truth on your side, you don't lose. God knows the truth. You always want to bring religion into it. He knows whether or not you watched the video. I'm listening the other night to BBT and I heard you say, y'all, I need everybody to get me the timestamps. You know why you needed everybody to get you the timestamps? Because you didn't listen. Do you think about that? Oh, love and life. That's pretty good. Yeah, you get what you pay for. Because she just be I go on a whim and say that that was her celebration money, because she changed that. That was her money to sue Natasha Cooper, and then she switched it for her lawsuit where she's going up against Heather, which, you know what? You get what you get now. And that's all it comes down to. You get what you get. Hey, OG zombie dog. I think so too, Pammy B. The reason why she is falsely striking all these channels is to find out people's identities. That's the main issue, and everything snowballs from there. Yep. Because as soon as you found out who Held to the No was, you started attacking. You started talking about her son. You started talking about his sponsors. She didn't, you did that. I was there. I remember it. I remember her spreadsheet. Yes. And I'm telling you, this is why you got to remember the saying, be careful what you wish for, because you're the one that wanted to go to court. You've tried to make other people's channels go down because you didn't like, because of words. You don't like their words. Amen, pugs. Do you see how simple that would be? I will cease my actions. I will not talk about your son. I will not talk about his sponsors. I will not put your address out. I won't put your name out. See, Pink? Yeah. Two more things were filed today by court lister site. I showed them, Troy. Thank you. I showed one page, and then we went straight to the judge's response. Right. I will not send the police to your door over words on the internet, Merb. And I hope when you look out, this is what I hope. When you look into the gallery and you see the people that are back in Held to the No, because nobody's just going to be there willy nilly. Everybody has a reason they're there. It's because you have touched them in one way or another. And I want you to see the people in real life that you hurt, and you did it on purpose. FBI threat. Yeah. I know I've been threatened with the FBI, CIA, the cops more than once, gonna get the body cam footage. I'm calling back. I'm gonna get that officer fired. Remember that? Remember when you threatened to get the officer fired? You've heard you had yeah, she has. She's hurt a lot of people. We should do flat Stanleys. I need a flat Wendy for sure. She will never learn. I don't even think this will make her learn. That's just my opinion, but I don't think that this will even help her to learn, but I hope it does. I hate that in a lot of ways there's a lot of lessons that I usually have to learn the hard way, and I don't like that for myself, and I really hate that for you. Thank you, Sandy. Because I don't think that anybody wanted this to go this far. I know nobody wanted this to go this far. This is but well, I think it's too late for her to ever change, Jackie. I do. And the thing you should have been taught is remain teachable and always learn through your whole life. Hey, Calamity, good to see you. Yeah. The victim here is not Merb. It's not. It's it's not. We can let's get her community page. I think that's what gets me is when I read her community page and she makes herself into a victim. And then you read this stuff that her attorney is sending, and I'm pretty sure that she's approving it before it's sent. And let me find something. Oh, she's okay. So check this out. Of course, it's a freaking novel. Thanks for the donations to our legal fund. We appreciate it so very much. As we gear up for trial, the lies, false narratives, and slander grow every day. Tell me one lie I've told today, Merb. Just one. One. One lie that's been told about you and have proof that it's a lie. That's what you need to do. It does not make a difference. Sure it don't. If anyone believes crap about me, then that's on them. I know I did not do the awful things that people are saying I did. These people leave out the good I did for them, the things I taught them, and how I cared about and loved them. I often wonder if they actually believe their own lies. Funny, Merb, we think that about you. However, if someone believes things without seeing proof, that is on them. Amen. I agree. I agree. Because I've seen all the proof about you. Proof is not, if we all say it, it has to be true. That is a hate mob and a smear campaign. Thankfully, the case will be heard by 12 jury members who are not on these YouTube streets. I agree with that. Thankfully, they will. Even though, let's keep in mind that Merb and her attorney are doing their best to make this not happen. Let's remember that. Funny, up to today, y'all are still trying to not go. Exactly, Warrior Grandma. I love you, by the way. I look forward to my day in court. Do you? Because it kind of doesn't seem like you do. I mean, just today, the judge had to be like, "You're coming. Shut up." I know you may have heard otherwise, or that we were not prepared or trying to delay. I just showed y'all. People in her chat, if you're watching this, hashtag that's right, still winning. Thank you, witness protection. I just showed y'all where they're doing exactly what she said. Again, that is not true. My attorney's filings have nothing to do with a delay. Don't look over there. But they're a motion for summary judgment. That is quite different than asking for a continuance. You're right. It's different than asking for a continuance. You want this to just go away, goober. But you're hoping the judge will put it off. I know my attorney has been disparaged in the same immature way I have, including mocking his height, distorting his name, and calling him a chihuahua. Again, I'm going to reiterate. You called him a pit bull. You did, Merb. That's why he was called a chihuahua. Okay? I'm not saying it's not juvenile, but you started the childish behavior. You did with your pit bull attorney. Okay? And I don't know about his height, and I don't know about anybody making fun of his name. I'm confident in my attorney. Me too. And have faith in him. Me too. Got all the faith in the world. Anyway, the truth will be shown in court, and we are thankful for that. Thanks for your donations and prayers. They really are helping us. If you would like to make a donation to our legal fund, you can do so at this link. Thank you, man. So, Merb. Yeah, so ticky-tacky, Sandy. Infantile voice and mocked Heather's attorney. Lest we forget, he said, "Oh, did I hurt your feelings?" And Heather's adult lawyer hung up on him. That's not mocking him. That was in the court papers. It was literally in the court papers. How can you? How? Oh, boy. How can you say this? God's got me. It's all going to be all right. And that's true. You know what? Whether you win or lose, God does have you, and it is going to be all right. That I'll agree with. Okay. Hey, Florida Gray, I will agree with that. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. You are not God. And every tongue which rises against me in judgment, you shall condemn. You are not God. Okay. Oh, I hate it when someone does that. Hey, Dolly, Scott, when someone compares themselves to God, you're not God. At a place in my life where I just trust God to handle it. They gossip about me, God's got me. They think they can play with my heart or mind, God's got me. Unkind to me for no reason, God's got me. Sitting in the peace that God does not play about me, it's handled. They are handled, and I keep on keeping in my own lane. Merb, think about that. Think about that. A bit over 2 weeks until our trial, and we are excited for justice. So are we. For this trial to be held on a court of law and not the streets of YouTube. Agree. I completely agree with you on that. Hey, Nunya. I agree. It needs to be. It's time for this to be done. Playing the God card, oldest trick in the book. Absolutely, absolutely. But the thing is God does know. And if I was you, that's what I would be worried about because God knows the truth. We all watched it happen in real time. Hey, Nana Patty. A caring, giving person is just a better way to live the life He has blessed you with. Yes. Hey, Gemma. I'm excited for the after party. Truth be told, I'm bringing my tap shoes. Me too. My tap tinnies. We'll do the Watusi. The fact is, we really should have. I'm doing good, Gemma. I am. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm glad that I'm just, we all lived it. Each of road snacks. Thank you, witness protection. Thank you. Each of our stories accumulating together to know the truth is truly unbelievable. She thought no one saw reality. That's true. That's true. And I would be terrified if I was her. Look, I can't help. Hey, Teresa Green, how are you? She told her subs that her legal costs plus other damages will be paid by Hell to the No if they win. She better have extremely lots of, a big lot of proof, especially for the GoFundMe people that she took this for. From. Oh, hi, y'all. Please hold. My husband's calling me. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Real life and whatnot. Sometimes life kicks your ass. If we happen to lose, God forbid, she gets nothing, not a zilch. I read that with the exclamation points. Yeah, you're not getting anything if you happen to win. And again, I just don't see how. Yeah, F you real life. Like, thank you God for waking me up, but come on, quit. Pick on somebody else. You're going live in front of the courthouse. Probably, yeah. I even have microphones now. That someone sent me when I got back from Boston. They sent me microphones and this little handheld Charlie um thing to like a small selfie stick. So I'm pretty excited. So get ready. If you talk on it, I'm gonna mic you up. We have mics. So bring into court for what you will do in the end when your neighbor puts you to shame. Oh, oh, that's very good. I do think that should happen. Absolutely. That there should be a restraining order where Merb can't talk about her. Yeah, Sandy can assist with the film crew. No pressure, but they're counting on you, Sandy. No pressure, though. Look out for the rapture running around the courthouse. Uh, yeah, I'm sure Jimmy will let me interview him. Yeah, we happen to be making a documentary. This is going to be good. Hey, y'all, seriously, Netflix has been at my husband's job all day. I mean, he's not the star or anything, but they're doing a documentary, I guess, about where, not where he works necessarily, but places like that. Like he's one of the, Netflix, they'll do a documentary about everything, anything. And he works at a sawmill and they're doing about sawmills. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go because real life and all. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the help um, that y'all have given me. If you can, it is pretty cool. Um, if you can still help, please and thank you. I will make it worth your while. Hey, Vigilum, there's my boyfriend. You're welcome, allegedly innocent. Just remember that the judge said, "Knock it off. Enough is enough." Thank y'all. I appreciate you, and I'll be back soon. I won't wait so long next time. Really, I won't. Have a great day, y'all.